This feels so weird. I can like kind of feel it, but not really. Hey, what's up guys, it's Spencer, and I am shirtless today because I'm going to be talking about my emotional changes through my transition, and I guess this is one of them, you could say. I would never be shirtless before transitioning, clearly. But also, I just wanted to be shirtless, so this is my excuse. Enjoy. I am almost 2 years on testosterone right now. It's actually been a little bit over 1 year and 11 months, and I am also 9 months almost post top surgery. Double mastectomy top surgery with Dr. Doolin. I've been out of the closet as trans since I was 18 and 19, depending on who I was coming out to. I came out to some people when I was 18, some people... Actually, no, I was 18 for all that. Oh fuck, that was such a long year. Okay, I came out as trans when I was 18 to pretty much everyone in my life. I had known it since I was 15, and now I am 21, so I've had about 6 years knowing that I am not cis and dealing with that and living my life and dealing with all the changes that come with that. When I was a kid, I showed a lot of the stereotypical trans child signs. I cut my hair at the age of 5. I made almost exclusively friends with boys. I had like only boyfriends. I was really into things like trucks and playing in the dirt and shooting Nerf guns and just being mischievous and running around the neighborhood and riding bikes and scooters and all that stuff that little boys tend to do. But that was me. That's what I liked. I liked, you know, Pokemon. I liked watching cartoons. I liked, you know, going outside and running around and just like playing in the freaking dirt every single day with all of my guy friends. That's what I did, and I was pretty happy. I was a pretty happy kid. Fast forward to when I'm going through puberty. I'm also going through some other life changes, like moving a whole bunch in a really short period of time and not really having any friends because I'm moving so much. And then, of course, starting puberty, and I'm like 10, 11, 12, so it's already a confusing time period. And I'm just starting middle school, which is just a whole piece of shit all on its own. But like, that all sucked. And I didn't notice right away that I was unhappy, but then when I did kind of realize that I wasn't happy and that I was feeling depressed and anxious and I felt ugly, like I didn't know why. I thought maybe everyone felt like that, or that, you know, maybe my life just sucks and maybe it's just gonna be bad for me, I don't know. But I was just really unhappy, and I finally knew that I was unhappy. I got into high school, full-fledged, like, depressed. I didn't have many friends. I was staying in pretty much all the time. Didn't go out much. Wasn't involved in any, like, after-school activities. Didn't have any hobbies, really. Just would stay in my room, like, on Tumblr, being sad. Or, like, at school, being sad. And not really knowing why. I got bullied at school a little bit because I was being perceived as gay, and I didn't even know that I was gay, so I was dealing with all of that, not even knowing that I was gay and having to defend myself and be like, no, I'm straight, and then like on the low being like, but am I gay? That was really tough. And it was really tough getting made fun of and trying to defend myself and also accept that part of myself, and it was just a whole lot of confusion all at once. I finally came out as gay when I was like 15. I think I came out as pansexual first and later as a lesbian. But that happened when I was 15, and I was like, alright, cool, I'm out, I know who I am, let's do this. But I still wasn't happy. I was still depressed. I was still going through things. I was still being really unkind to myself and fostering bad habits and like just not being happy and not thriving at all. And I didn't know why. I was diagnosed with severe depression, and I started taking depression medications and seeing a therapist who's actually wonderful. She's a very nice lady. I told her that I was gay while I was going to therapy, and she, you know, accepted me and helped me tell other people and come out to my parents and deal with that. But I didn't quite know that I was trans, and I didn't express that to her at all, so it wasn't even on her radar. But I was treated and eventually stopped therapy because I wasn't depressed anymore. I was taking antidepressants and going to therapy and practicing what the therapist told me, practicing all my beautiful coping mechanisms, and I wasn't as depressed anymore. And then later, someone I followed on Instagram actually came out as genderqueer, and I was like, holy shit, like that's gotta be me. Like as soon as I googled that word, I was like, holy shit, like that's fucking me. Like holy fuck. Like, holy fuck. And my mind was blown. That was like the summer I turned 16, and I came out as genderqueer kind of online on like my Instagram and my Tumblr like pretty soon after that. And I told some friends, you know, they kind of were expecting something, like it wasn't a huge surprise to them just because how I was, but it still didn't feel completely right, because the way that I thought I was feeling, I thought I was fluctuating in between feeling male and feeling female. But then when I started looking at it, I was having these like male feeling days like every single day. Like every single day I'd be like, oh, I feel really male today, like I want to dress this way and I want to do these things and blah 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 blah. And then I was like, you know, I think I might be trans. And I started doing more research into what being trans actually was. I started watching like YouTube videos like Alex Birdie, started doing more research on like Tumblr and on Instagram and finding trans people to follow, and kind of realizing that like, hey, like this could be a viable future for me, like that might actually answer a lot of questions about myself. Like that's wow. And I kind of just, I came out a little bit to a couple of people. Ada knew right away when we met. That was when right after I found out that I was trans, I told them like almost probably days after we met, not even. I told a lot of my good friends, and I came out online. I actually went by the name Ryan because I didn't have my name yet. I didn't have the name Spencer yet. And so I did all that, and I started wearing a binder, but I was just feeling really dysphoric and really crappy all the time again, and everything felt so far away because, you know, I was 15 and 16, and I knew that I couldn't transition at all until I was at least 18, and I didn't pass at all, which really sucked. But yeah, so I just kind of soldiered on through. I pushed that part down for a while, probably a good 2 years, until I came to college. When I came to college and I got involved in my college's Pride organization, the LGBT organization, I actually came out again as trans again. And one of my FTM friends gave me the number of his gender therapist, and I started seeing her, and she is absolutely wonderful. I love her so much, and I hope she knows that. I think she does, but I love her so much. And I started seeing her, and it really, really helped me answer a lot of questions about myself. Like, actually answer them this time instead of just kind of like, oh, like, yeah, that's probably it. Came out to my friends, of course, again, and we actually all sat down one night and they all got drunk, and I told them the names that I was thinking about, and they helped me narrow it down. I had like a short list of like 3 names, and then they helped me narrow it down. They were like, no, you look like a Spencer, like Spencer's best. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right. So I started calling me Spencer. I started going by he, him pronouns, pretty much just at the Pride organization and around my friends. And when I came home, I was still in the closet to my family, and I was just it was so much harder hearing my birth name and she, her pronouns after living as male at school, having to come home for the summer and just do the whole opposite of everything that I wanted was so difficult. And of course I still didn't pass, so even if I wanted to go out and be perceived as male by strangers, like I couldn't, like it wasn't anything in my control. I just didn't pass. And so I started talking to my gender therapist about taking testosterone without parent approval, because my parents wanted me to wait until I finished college, which is actually a week from now. So I still would not be on testosterone if I had done that. I started testosterone, and almost immediately I felt better. I felt like this oneness within myself, and like I was finally on a path that was going to take me somewhere instead of just treading water and killing time and like trying to pass time and waste my life, waste my college years. And I actually started doing better in my classes. I started making more friends, being more outgoing. After I started testosterone, I also started working out. I was so small and like I couldn't even flex my chest before. Like I didn't have any chest to flex, and now I can bounce my pecs. So like I made a lot of positive changes in my life because I wanted to start nourishing this new healthy, beautiful boy's body that I had. I started eating better, I started cooking more food at home, I was working out, I started pursuing other things like top surgery, and I was making more friends. I was moving up in this pride organization. I actually took an officer position, and then I took vice president, and I was the president for a little bit. I was moving up in this officer organization. I was putting myself on track to graduate college early. I'm currently graduating a whole semester early, which is really cool, and I'm really proud of myself. But yeah, and I was able to finally have the energy to do all these things because I wasn't just being bogged down by dysphoria and depression and anxiety about myself all the time. And then when I had top surgery in March of 2018, so this year, I was 20 years old. It was right before my 21st birthday. I'm 21 now. Just for a little timeline, I don't know if I actually said my age earlier, but I'm 21 now. When I got top surgery at the beginning of this year, it was like that all over again. Like after the bandages came off and I kind of could see, after my chest started healing and I could touch it and like actually live a normal life and not like a post-op life where I'm still trying to take care of myself and, you know, I'm still recovering. Once after the recovery, after I could live a normal life, it was like that all over again, but so much more. Binders, honestly, for me, always caused me physical discomfort when I was wearing them. I mean, obviously they compress your chest, it's not comfortable. They're pushing on your ribs and on your back and it makes your muscles hurt. But I was in such, not only dysphoria when I was wearing it, or especially when I had it off, I was in such physical pain from the actual binding being around me all the time that I just couldn't enjoy anything. And as soon as I was able to take off like my post-op binder, and after I was recovered and I could just be shirtless like I am now, I was able to enjoy things again. And I started skateboarding, actually, which I've loved for probably 10 plus years, and I've never really gotten into skateboarding. Like I could skate, I could stand on the board and push around and, you know, all that, but I couldn't, like, I wasn't good. I didn't know any tricks, I didn't do anything. That was a boy's thing, or I was in a binder and it hurt too bad and I couldn't do it. But as soon as I was able to get out of that binder, I picked up hobbies and I started working in the gym harder, and, you know, I really started enjoying like things like swimming again and camping and hiking, and I really just want to like be outside more. I don't know, I've spent so much of my life inside and like hiding. It feels very freeing. I feel very free compared to how I used to feel. I don't feel like I'm like hiding or like wasting time anymore, or just like wasting my youth away. I feel like I'm actually living as myself. Like I can go out and skateboard, or I can go out and like work out and not be worried about what other people are gonna perceive me as, or what other people are gonna call me, or anything like that. I don't have to worry about, you know, going out and being called my birth name. I don't have to worry about going out and being misgendered, really. I've found so much like peace within myself. I have almost no dysphoria now, like almost none at all. And even when I am dysphoric, it's so much less than when I was dysphoric pre-T and pre-top surgery. Like it's just so much less overall dysphoria, and I feel like, I don't know, I just feel amazing. I feel really good. Yeah. But yeah, so like transition for me helped me start taking care of my body, because God knows I didn't. I started gaining weight and looking like a healthy person instead of someone who was not eating correctly, or maybe not eating enough. I'd start looking attractive to myself. I always thought I was so ugly and so weird looking, when I was a girl, I thought my boobs looked so weird on me. And at first I thought that was because they were kind of small, and I was like, they're just small, so I hate them. But no, they just were there. They existed, so I hated them, and I didn't know why. And transitioning has really opened up my eyes and opened up all these possibilities in my life that I wouldn't have had because I just would have sabotaged myself with self-hatred and discomfort and all of that bad self-sabotage shit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really thankful for my life and my body and the opportunities I've had, being able to transition, being able to pay for things, and actually having transition resources available to me. I'm really thankful for all the support I've received from friends and from people like you guys. And yeah, I'm just thankful and at peace and feeling good. And yeah, I'm excited to see where my life goes from here. It's not a bad life, y'all. It's not. That's all I have for today. Let me know down below if you like this video, or if you guys have had similar experiences transitioning, or even if you've had a totally different experience. Let me know what it was like. Leave me a like, and a like and a thumbs up is the same. I was gonna say leave me a like and a thumbs up, but that's literally the same thing. Oh my god, I need to go to bed. Leave me a like and maybe subscribe to this video. If you like me. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.